Is this working? What's up, y'all? My dog P doing things. Y'all already know who it is. It's FIYLOCK, never fuck with a lame ass bitch, no way. Y'all know who it is, Frylock streaming. We're about to play some Borderlands 2. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all. Y'all know that's going on right now. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. But yeah, I just saw that Kingdom Hearts was on sale. Yo, that's kinda cool. The 1.5, 2.5 remix. Don't think it's worth. Well, low-key, it kind of is. Because you even get Kingdom Hearts 3 Plus Remind. Oh, that's an Intergram masterpiece. Okay, well, whatever. We're gonna get back onto the topic here. And play Borderlands 2. This shit's fire. I don't remember where we were last time. I think I just did the Wildlife Exploitation Reserve. But you know, we're trying to get into True Vault Hunter mode. See what's up with the end game. See what's up with the OP levels. I've never done that shit. And I've played this game a good bit. So I'm excited to see what's up. I haven't even beat all the DLC. Okay. So you know, we have a way to go. Yeah, I hope y'all are having a fire one though. With that said, let's get some bars going. So, I don't know what the fuck this dude's playing, but it seems interesting. I love Expedition 33. I haven't finished it yet. Whenever the DLC comes out, I'll stream that shit.
Initially released. In a lot of ways, it feels like of 2025 in the sense that it was this landmark RPG that seemingly came out of nowhere, defied everyone's expectations, and proved yet again that there is a mainstream market for turn-based RPGs. And I truthfully could not be happier for Sandfall Interactive. They've clearly poured so much love and care and attention to detail into this game, and they deserve all the flowers and sales that they're getting. And on paper, this should be the perfect game for me because I'm a huge Legend of Dragoon fan, and from the moment I saw footage of this game for the very first time and got a good sense of how the combat flowed, it took me back to that beloved 2000s classic that a lot of people overlooked.
Dude, no way they have that shit in Legend of Dragoon.
While I'm not sure we're ever going to get an official Legend of Dragoon sequel, this was the next best thing to me. And so while I wasn't in the position to be able to pick it up day one, it was a game that's been on the back of my mind this entire year. It's constantly reinforced on a daily basis that I should try it out because it's just so good. And when I put out a poll asking my audience what I should play next, that game won by a pretty significant margin. And so I did buy it. And I played it for about 5 or 6 hours. I was truthfully amazed by many things. Oddly enough, the thing that impressed me the most was when I got to the overworld sections of the game, because I had intentionally stayed away from a lot of the marketing for this game because I wanted to experience it blind, and I had no idea that we had traditional JRPG overworlds. When I saw that, my jaw dropped. The game is beautiful. The music is beautiful. The story is engrossing. The characters seem really interesting, and while the combat is definitely taking some getting used to, I'm enjoying it, and I appreciate the challenge. But unfortunately, one of the elements that I used to describe this game in a positive way was also one of the things that caused me to sort of turn away from it at the same time. Just a second ago, I mentioned that Expedition 33 is engrossing. It is a game that demands your attention. It has so many things to say, it has a story to tell, characters that will make you care about them, and I don't know. While I've been trying to play it, I've also been really busy. I've had a lot of different things going on in my personal life, different things that have been stressing me, and I feel like I wasn't giving enough of myself to Expedition 33, as strange as that may sound. And that's also the reason why I haven't played Baldur's Gate 3 yet. I have that in my Steam library, but I've just not gotten to dive into it yet because I want to put my all to put all of my focus into these things. And every day that I saw that Expedition 33 case sit on my shelf, collecting dust, waiting for me to get back into that adventure, I felt guilty and continued to feel guilty. And I didn't know what to do about it, because I also didn't want to force myself to play and then miss out on this lovely experience because I can't be present with it. And then one day I decided I wanted to just have a more casual gaming session, and so I went towards the first gaming console that I saw when I walked into my room, which happened to be my Nintendo Wii. I asked myself for a second, what am I going to play? And then I remembered that I had The Conduit. Now, The Conduit is this game that released in 2009, and if you weren't around at the time, it's really hard to express just how hyped this game was. This was a game backed by Sega and pretty much every single gaming outlet and magazine that you can think of back then. The reason for this was much like how The Legend of Dragoon touted as basically a Final Fantasy VII killer, outlets everywhere were crowning The Conduit as the killer of Halo.
Uncover a hidden conspiracy with intuitive controls that put you in charge. Compete in intense multiplayer action and discover the true definition of the ultimate first-person shooter. Halo 4. The Conduit.
Why do you need new floors? We can help with better floors. Training, not so much. Right now, you can save up to 50% on specially marked pet-proof flooring and get special financing on select purchases made with your Floor Trader credit card. Save on beautiful hardwood, carpet, luxury vinyl, tile, and more. It's in stock and ready to go. Floor Trader, the money saver.
And by the way, when you're making a new game, the last thing that you want to be referred to is the killer of some established IP, because historically, any time that a website or magazine attributes this title to these new games, they fail or at the very least fall short of expectations because the expectations placed upon them are unrealistic. So gaming magazines and websites, YouTubers, everyone, please don't do that. This is how a lot of my favorite franchises have been killed. Anyway, this game was supposed to come out and make all the kids who had Xbox 360s and PlayStation 3s jealous. It was supposed to be the Wii's answer to Halo. It was supposed to be the first true, original, hardcore FPS on the Wii after games like Red Steel had failed in the eyes of the public. When it released, the reviews were kind of so-so, like they ranged from mixed to good, but that was about it. And being a young kid at the time who was mostly relying on birthday money and the little bits of money that I would get from mowing people's yards, I instead saved it and got the Metroid Prime trilogy, which I don't think that anyone would have said that that's a bad decision. And when I think back to The Conduit, much like many Wii owners I'm sure, that game just kind of faded into obscurity. It became a memory.
You got them all. Now bring them to me, and I'll give you my rifle. No. Bring the booze to me.
And so I thought, why not? Let's just play it. And let me tell you, this game was not a Halo killer. It takes itself a little too seriously.
George Orwell said, "In a time of universal deceit, telling the truth is a revolutionary act. It's the truth. When the truth threatens to tear apart the fundamentals of the world, can you still accept it?"
It's kind of hard to really get engaged with the plot because it does take itself so seriously, and the similarities between the games that it's trying to compete with are so clear and abundant. And I can see how a lot of people were not necessarily impressed because motion controls were already starting to leave a bad taste in people's mouths at this point. This marked the beginnings of when the Wii was starting to lose steam, and it also doesn't help that pretty much the entire game takes place inside of hallways and drab corridors. However, while I was only able to give a couple hours of myself to Expedition 33 before I started to realize that I was not in the right headspace for it, I played all the way through the Conduit and then some. And what I mean by that is I initially played it on the Wii, but then I had some display issues, so I switched over to my Wii U, and then I found out that there was a mobile port on Android that I was able to get working on my Retroid Pocket 5, and so I played halfway through the game twice on consoles with motion controls, and then I went ahead and played it all the way through from the beginning on my Retroid Pocket 5. So I guess what I realized is while Expedition 33 might be the Shawshank Redemption, The Godfather, Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, something like that, I guess what my dumb monkey brain needed at the time was like, I don't know, Carry On with Taron Egerton? Is that really his name?
Taron Egerton!
And though the Conduit itself is not necessarily a very profound game, I did experience some level of profundity and introspection from playing it. The first realization being that sometimes you're not in the right mindset for a game, and that's okay. It doesn't matter how great the game is. If your mindset's not there and your schedule's not there and the rhythm of your life is not there at the moment, it's just not a good fit. But that doesn't mean the game is bad. It just means that maybe you should give it some time and try it again later. Another thing I realized is that when you play a game that's far removed from the hype because it came out so long ago, and this is even doubly more the case if you play this game knowing that it didn't really meet the expectations of general audiences, you realize that you're going into this game with very low expectations that ironically is going to allow you to be more open-minded to the experience that you're about to take in. And so when something is like objectively bad, you're able to just laugh it off because of course it is, and when things are surprisingly good, they're extra surprising and they almost hit you even harder because you weren't expecting it. Going into Expedition 33, I have these lofty expectations that are not fair to the game. Whereas with the Conduit, I was just able to go in and take it as it was, warts and all, and I didn't judge it. I just had fun. And I think that quality, especially in this internet age, gets lost within us sometimes. And another thing I realized by finally playing the Conduit all these years later was that I was essentially exorcising a ghost from my past. This was a game I remember thinking so much about, trying to imagine the alien race that I was going to fight, wondering how the all-seeing eye works, wanting to try the guns and seeing where this crazy adventure would take me. But for the variety of reasons that I mentioned earlier, I never got to play it. And so in 2025, I had this kind of cool moment where I got to pass the baton back to my inner child and give him an experience that he would have probably really liked to have in 2009 if he just had a little more money back then. And this isn't the first time I've done this over the last couple of years. I also played through Red Steel and Rygar, which were ironically both Wii games that kind of fell short of people's expectations, but I always wanted to play them. And again, because I had those low but realistic expectations divorced from the hype and subsequent disappointment, I was able to enjoy them, and I actually had a lot of fun with all three of these games. And in fact, I have a whole video dedicated to a particularly spooky level in Red Steel, and I consider Rygar the Battle of Argus for the Wii one of the games that saved me. And the cool thing is that now that I've taken this detour from Expedition 33 and spent some time in this schlocky, kind of cheesy first-person shooter that takes itself a little too seriously while admittedly having some pretty cool moments and some plot twists that I didn't see coming, I think I'm ready to finally dive back into Expedition 33. I think that my mindset could be there. I've done a reset. I've experienced a palate cleanser. You know, if this was one of Gordon Ramsay's cooking shows, I just drink a big glass of water and I'm ready to try the next dish. And so the next time there's a game that you feel like you should play, like you feel like you owe it to yourself, you feel like you're missing out, you're not part of the conversation, and all that hype that's been built up in your head from other people telling you that it's the greatest greatest thing ever since The Legend of Dragoon, maybe take a step back, because if it starts to get too much and you're not able to be present with that game because of all those things, consider taking a breather for a second and instead try some stupid game that you remember being really excited about and then you don't really know what happened to it. Chances are, especially if it was a game that didn't perform necessarily very well, you can pick it up for cheap, and I think you'll find something special there. Not only do you get to draw your own conclusion about this game, whether it was actually good or bad, but you give yourself some grace. You allow yourself to reset, and then once it's all said and done, maybe you'll be ready for that next big adventure. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but I thought this was a really cool little thing that I happened upon, and I'm always learning new things about my own gaming habits, and I always find these things sort of interesting. So yeah, let me know if there was a game that you heard about when you were a kid and were really hyped and then you just never got to get around to it. Like, what is that game for you? What is the conduit? And also let me know if you fall into this trap too, where sometimes games are hyped to oblivion, and so while you know you would love it, you just can't bring yourself to kind of get into that mindset, no matter how hard you try. I can't wait to get into Expedition 33. I still have a little bit of time left before the year ends, so my goal is to try to finish it before I start making final decisions on what my top 10 games of 2025 are. But if I don't get there, I'm gonna be kind to myself. And if you're anything like me and you guilt yourself sometimes for not playing this or that, hopefully you're kind to yourself as well. Anyways, if you're still here, thanks so much for watching, and as always, stay humble.
I mean, like, giving yourself some cool games is always good. I mean, I know too much about that.
Thousand Cuts is west of the Highlands. If you're looking for the Slab King, that's where it'll be. Careful though, kinda lost.
What is the best-selling video game of all time? Not the best-selling, but the best-selling video game of all time. We're looking at the best of the best here. Because, damn it, I only want the most quality things ever. Not only do they have to be the best-selling, but they have to be the best quality as well. Well, this lineup's the best at something. I mean, sure, we have some of the greatest video games of all time. And then we also have Zelda. Yeah, so I'm just kind of curious. I went to the Wikipedia list of the best-selling games of all time. Of course, this list is periodically, so, I mean, like, I'm just going to take what it is at this very moment, right now, which does make me think, actually, what if I go to, like, the Wayback Machine and I look at what the best-selling video games of all time list on Wikipedia was, and, like, damn, so a Wikipedia article back in October of 2007. I do actually remember this page quite a lot. You know, they actually went console by console, and then we can go down here and see the best of all time. So, 20 best-selling console games, not originally bundled. Pokemon Red, Blue, and Green, highest up there. Then we have Super Mario Brothers as a part of the bundled game section. Wii Sports is at a crisp 11.86 million. I believe the current number is around like 75. I mean, hey, this just shows within 10 years a lot of things can change. Like, whatever, Nintendogs, GTA Vice City, Super Mario Land, these are all in like the top 20 right now. And then like what? Like the number one best-selling game of all time is Minecraft at 300 million sold.
That's
I just want to
crazy.
talk about, you know, what I think of each of these games. I've played, you know, I'd say about like 95% of these games, to be honest. You know, whether it's like, you know, a couple hours or like literally to 100% completion. Like, I've played basically all of these. So this is just kind of going with my personal opinions on everything here. I usually like to stay like pretty unbiased and just talk about like.
I feel like I can kind of respect Scott's opinion. He's kind of a Nintendo boy, but it's just because he covers it most. So let's see what he has to say.
I feel like most of these games, they kind of fit the legendary game kind of moniker, because, you know, they sold so well for a reason. So I'm going to be kind of deterring this to my personal opinion.
Oh no, not his personal
I always
opinion.
usually factor in
Not
my
again.
own
You
personal
don't
opinion,
remember
but
what
I do
happened
like to
last time.
consider the fact that it's like, hey, you know, like, it may not be that into turn-based RPGs, but I respect the hell out of them, and I respect the hell out of, like, oh, this one or that one or whatever. With that being said, let's start off with the best-selling game of all time, Minecraft. C tier. I have never been the biggest Minecraft guy whatsoever. I respect it, and there are always times where like I can kind of get into it. Even earlier this year, I remember I played it out with Kate, and we were just like trying to just do normal Minecraft things, and yeah, it got the most I ever really got into Minecraft was honestly with Minecraft Pocket Edition. I played that on my iPad Mini in like 2014, 2015 maybe. I kind of just played it just to do something. Like I knew, like I'm like, hey, this game is super popular. Definitely want to give it a try. So I think I kind of played like the survival mode in study hall in like my freshman year of high school. When I had nothing better to do, I would play that on my iPad Mini. I enjoyed it well enough. I treated it like a sandbox experience, kind of like how I play Grand Theft Auto a lot of the time back then, where I would just kind of like just play till I die, try to come up with some kind of weird objective for myself to do, just see how far I can go. And for that, like it was fun enough. I don't really have a desire to play for Minecraft. Maybe someday, I don't know. That's why it's going in C tier. Where I'm just like, yeah, out of everything here,
That's
I
one.
can do without Minecraft. Now, in comparison, we have Grand Theft Auto 5, which I was super excited about when I remember, I played a lot of it on 360, and then when I got my PlayStation 4 in like 2015, one of the first games that I got with it was Grand Theft Auto 5. I remember The Last of Us Remastered came with my PS4, like it was just a download code that GameStop I bought it.
Damn it, they cut the fucking line. I wish I knew.
Apparently, it doesn't matter to anybody because they keep buying this thing again. On 3 different generations of PlayStation and Xbox, which is absurd. And it launched on all of those without any word of a new Grand Theft Auto releasing. Like, I think Grand Theft Auto 5 released on PS5. It was like one of the first games they
I can't believe I just died like that.
releasing on PS5. Really strange. I know they wanted to push it because like this is a very evergreen title, and they wanted to push this promotion they were doing that GTA Online will be like free on PS5. Still very strange. I mean, this is a damn PS3 game. It actually runs pretty decently on PS3 and 360. Very surprising, actually playing that on the OG consoles again. Like it's a little choppy and like obviously lower resolution and it's slower, but like overall like it's
actually I probably could have made that.
It definitely does the job. I really liked GTA 5 as like an upgrade from GTA 4, but I do think like I do have more fond memories of GTA 4 at this point. The main problem I have with GTA 4 are the driving controls. And I guess they're more realistic in the sense that it reminds me of playing like Gran Turismo with a controller. Justin recently showed me Gran Turismo 7 with an actual like racing wheel, like a sim racing wheel and everything. And that's when it's just like, okay, like this makes sense now. Actually, is really fun and actually feels really good. But when you're playing with a controller, it's like it's so stiff,
I missed again.
and it just doesn't feel right, and it's not very fun to me. And the cars in GTA 4 just remind me so much of like those types of controls. It's so stiff, it doesn't feel right. Where GTA 5, it feels really good to drive in that game. I really like following the story of GTA 5. Splitting it amongst the 3 different characters. I think it was a really cool move.
I agree.
I mean, it's not a new
I had a lot of
concept
fun
for
with
the series.
GTA
We had
5.
that with like GTA 1, but that always felt like kind of like a dumb gotcha moment. I remember a lot of people had back then, where it's like Grand Theft Auto 5 is the first game to have multiple playable characters, and they're like, like okay, but it's Grand Theft Auto 1. The series is a bit different than what it was back then. Still the same series, but it's whatever. GTA 5 is a very fun game, though. I remember saying back in the day, I believe this was in the best games of all time episode, Scott the Waz, where I looked at all of the games that scored the highest on Metacritic. And I said something I believe is factually wrong. That's like, oh, all of the buildings in GTA 4 are like they just feel like billboards. It just feels like empty, just like whatever. Like you can't even enter a lot of the buildings. And I said like GTA 5 felt a lot more alive and just like, oh my god, there's so much more you can do. Apparently, I believe that's false, but I will maintain like at least that's how it at least felt to me. Like I think GTA 5 with like its bigger burst of like color and just like it was just a brighter, more saturated game. I feel like definitely the controls just kind of made it feel a lot more like alive in that way. I felt less restricted than it did in GTA 4, even if GTA 4 actually had like more buildings you could enter. Now the main reason why GTA 5 is one of the best-selling games of all time is because of Grand Theft Auto Online. That is the core reason why Grand Theft Auto 5 has lived on for literally decades. And I'm gonna be honest, that kinda sucks. I think I played with a little bit of GTA Online, and it was fun, but I didn't get like as looped into it as a lot of other people did.
That's the bridge we need.
I don't know how many people are constantly playing GTA Online. Obviously, it's a good amount. It's one of the most popular games out there. But I feel like just because they make so much revenue from GTA Online, that's why like Rockstar Games pretty much just like lowered their game output to like literally like 1 every 5 years, when previously they would do probably like a couple a year, or at least 1 a year, or something like that. And it kind of stinks because like honestly, GTA 5 as well as it holds up, you just kind of think it's just like how long will it be along if they released like a GTA 6 in 2016 or 2017. Obviously, they chose to go with Red Dead 2.
I think you upgraded? Yeah, I didn't upgrade it.
Yeah, it just kind of feels like they kind of kicked back a little bit. You can kind of cruise on GTA 5 6. So, for that reason, I'm like, alright, it kind of stinks that this is one of the best-selling games of all time, but it's just like, it is a pretty damn good Grand Theft Auto game. I still definitely have more fondness in my heart for Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and even GTA 4, honestly, at this point. Like, I feel like I'm a little more likely to, go to play GTA 4 than GTA 5, just because the fact that GTA 5, has remained the primary Grand Theft Auto for 10 plus years is, kind of makes me a little sick of it. I'm just like, I don't know where to play with it. Just going back to GTA 5.
Which one's gonna win?
Taking things back. It's definitely a lot more nostalgia based, but still. That being said, when it comes to what I would comparing this to Minecraft, which I rated a C, I would much rather play Grand Theft Auto 5 right now. So I'm gonna put that at an A. Next up, we got Wii Sports.
Nice.
Alright, so this one is kind of funny considering it got most of its sales from bundles. But to be fair, I think a lot of best-selling games that are considered like I don't know how this is really considered one of the best-selling games. Then with the console and everything, I think Wii Sports at the very least can make the argument like it deserves that title because pretty much everybody was buying it. Actually, that's where most of the Wii sales came from. For a lot of people like bought a Wii, they were like, "Oh my God, did you see that thing there rolling stick game? Oh, incredible!" And yeah, that's pretty much the entire reason why I wanted to back in the day. Because I saw Wii Sports at the
That's so epic.
saw like this is incredible. Now my personal thing with Wii Sports is that like yeah, like I can pick this up and play it at any moment. I think it's one of the best games
bad
of all
guys.
time, just from like just seeing like exactly what it did for gaming. Like if it wasn't for Wii Sports, we wouldn't have games on this tier list that are in the hundreds of
I don't think I
millions
got the
copies
achievement, but
sold at this point. With that being said, as much literally a tech demo. It's a tech demo that can last you literally forever. I mean, like these sports are, endlessly replayable. Bowling isn't really going to change every single time you play it. The game doesn't do anything to change
this guy's face makes shooting.
Shoot me in the face! In the face!
Everybody knows bowling. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Like, bowling was the best back then. Bowling is still the best these days. Tennis is still pretty fun, but especially these days, you start to notice, like, exactly how this game does what it does. And how, like, okay, like, you don't have to do, like, a crazy motion or anything. I think it still helps to actually get up, stand up and play Wii Sports. I find that if I'm being lazy and playing Wii Sports, I'm not doing nearly as well as I would if I'm standing up. But while the magic is gone in, like, some areas of Wii Sports, I still think, like, overall, when it comes to, like, what this game does, it is so easy to pick up and play. It just works. And that's something that I think a lot of games that try to do Wii Sports fail at. They're not very accessible. They're very clunky, or they don't work very well. I know so many people that, like, they bought the Wii for Wii Sports, and then they picked up stuff like Brunswick Pro Bowling or whatever the hell for the Wii, because they're like, oh, well, I like the bowling game on Wii Sports, so here's more bowling. It's just like, no, it stinks. Are you gonna play Game Party or Deca Sports? Those games aren't, like, horrible or anything, but Wii Sports is the king of this, and I still think it's the king. Even with successors like Nintendo Switch Sports, I think there's something special about the Wii Sports that is never really gonna be. That being said, I'm not gonna rank it
Then we let the
higher
Goliath
than
kill him all
5.
for funsies. Because I
think
didn't
that
get
would
the
show my
achievement.
bias a little too much. Like, oh, quirky, crazy little Nintendo games. Oh, yeah, that's a little finesse. Grand Theft Auto 5 and Minecraft. With you. I'm gonna be putting Wii Sports at a B, just because, like, again, like, it is like a tech demo. It is kind of just like a smaller game, especially compared to GTA 5 and Minecraft. And honestly, like, yeah, I do really enjoy Wii Sports, but yeah, I mean, I'll probably prefer playing GTA 5 to, like, Wii Sports.
Oh my
right
god.
now. Just because I prefer playing GTA 5 doesn't mean I don't desperately want to play Wii Sports right now. All right, Mario Kart 8. Most of the heavy lifting here is done by Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on Nintendo Switch. This game's sales genuinely always impresses and shocks me, especially considering, I mean, like, so many people have gone back to, like, this one article where it was like an opinion piece that a writer did. It's like Mario Kart 8 will likely be the worst selling Mario Kart of all time.
Oh no way, the Goliath died.
Absolutely crazy what they were able to do with this game.
Okay.
They didn't even do a ton at the time. It was kind of just like, it's Mario Kart 8 with all the DLC. The battle mode has been updated, and you get a couple of extra characters, maybe some tweaks here and there. There was another level of grip to get like a turbo boost. That's something. But it just kept selling so damn much all the time, and it wasn't even really like a bundle for the most part. It was other Switch throughout the year, like, Mario Kart wasn't bundled. Like, most people were buying Mario Kart because they wanted to play Mario Kart, which I think is pretty crazy for a game that's exclusive to Nintendo platforms. And, pretty much exclusive to Switch. Like I say that because but there's always kind of been this thought that, like, okay, new game to sell the console sells doesn't matter. And that is true, but I mean, it shows that this game was available on Wii. It just shows that, like, yeah, the console
Wait, I think Goliath might cook you. That's 2 idiots.
People are gonna be like, alright, well, I love Mario Kart 8. I love amongst these two titles. I think
Oh yeah, Brick. Awesome.
Goddamn, I can see it. PUBG Battlegrounds, that's going straight in D. I played
We
the
love
game
Brick.
once on Google Stadia.
So what you want?
I didn't really care. This felt like one of the biggest fart ups by like the Game Awards back in 2017. That was one of the best years for video games, like ever. And Game of the Year,
Some big ass
we
claw
got
marks.
like a bunch of fair nominees. You had Breath of the Wild, Horizon Zero Dawn, Mario Odyssey, got Persona 5, and then
Persona 5
Battlegrounds,
crazy.
which wasn't even like a full release at that point. Like they did not have a full release. It was still in a beta phase. Like they just had it nominated because it was like blowing up in popularity at the time. I'm not saying this game isn't good for what it is. I'm just saying that like I played it once. The first time I even heard of it was when it got nominated for the Game Awards, and honestly, it felt like
That dude is asking for it.
over a lot of this game's like the hype around this game, especially considering like this game was a paid game initially, and I believe it went free to play. It's kind of dumb that it's on here. I mean, like this is accounting for the fact that like
You did the
it
quest,
sold that
so
many copies.
you know what that means.
But now it's free, so it's just like who the hell cares? But yeah, honestly, if I'm going to play a battle royale game, I will probably play Fortnite. Oh no. Yeah, I have no interest in PUBG. So that's where it's going. Next up, we got Red Dead 2. Putting this in the same tier as GTA
Using
5.
more years.
Because I'm not sick of Red Dead 2. I think Red Dead 2 is an incredible game. I think there are certain things that keeps it from S
Alright,
tier.
me and Brick gonna tear it up.
Like, as a story experience,
Let's
Red
do
Dead 2
it.
is incredible. This is probably one of the greatest feats in terms of like a technical video game that's an artistic medium, as a story. But when it comes to the actual gameplay, it's still good. But it's a little more fun to play Red Dead 1. Red Dead 2 like goes so hard for like realism that I almost feel like it kind of takes away from a lot of the fun factor that I got from a game like Red Dead 2. I was a big fan of Red Dead Online, and I think Red Dead Online had a ton of potential, but it obviously didn't like reach
Really
the
have to
heights
be in
at
a
all
fight
of
for your
like
life.
GTA Online, especially considering the fact that like they stopped updating it just a couple years in, while GTA Online, for a game that released in 20 goddamn 30, kept getting updates like throughout like into like 2024. It's pretty insane. Red Dead 2 is a phenomenal game, but I think certain things kind of hold it back from being S tier for me. Terraria.
Moving day. That's right, Mint Mobile is coming home to your home. I mean, if you'll have us. The internet for your home from Mint. Mint your fast 5G home internet powered by T-Mobile for $30 a month. No more triple-digit
I'm out of
bills,
water, guys.
cable guy to show up and silently judge your home. Across the two-foot perimeter, so back off or I will stab you both in the dick. The highly visible...
I got really nothing here. Right? Mainly because like I honestly don't even think I've really played Terraria. I know enough about it considering like I've always seen Terraria as like a 2D Minecraft like game.
Terraria is way better than Minecraft.
I haven't really played Terraria at all. But
It's so
I
fun.
have played Super Mario Brothers. This game, this has always been higher up there. I mean, like this has definitely got package syndrome, like it was. Now, of course, I think it's very similar to esports in the sense that, yeah, most people are buying the game, also want Mario. This one's tricky, man, because like this is like the video game. This is like the Citizen Kane video game. Like this is what everybody always looks back on, like, damn, that's the one. Nowadays, I do feel like my
Super Mario's alright.
Again, downloadable, and just being able to play it at a moment's notice. And then on 3DS, you know, I get it portable. Ooh, you have like the Game & Watch they released in like 2020 that has a game. That was a fun new way. Nintendo's always kind of trying to find new ways to have you play the same damn game again over and over and over again. Now it's just like, alright, here's another excuse to play the original Super Mario Brothers. And I fall for their bait every single day. But everybody loves Super Mario Brothers. Even critters. But at this point, like, Super Mario Brothers is totally just like a, oh, I want to do something with my thumbs for like 5 minutes. I'll play Super Mario Brothers. For the most part, Super Mario Brothers is pretty much relegated to, like, very amateurish speed runs for me. So, I'm probably gonna put it in. I mean, it's kind of weird to put it up, especially if I'm not really legacy with a lot of these. I am kind of ranking these based on like what would I really want to play the most right now. I would probably put Super Mario problem with that. And I'm going all over the place with these things. I'm sorry. You know, I have figured out that like I am ranking these based on like what would I want to play the most right now or at a moment's notice. What do I like the most? What do I enjoy the most right now? Which is why you have a dog shit opinion like Terraria in here. And now we have Fall Flat. When the hell did this become one of the best-selling games of all time? That's weird as fuck. I played this for a little bit on like Xbox Game Pass, I think, and I mean it's fine. I don't know why this is one of the best-selling games of all time. This is like wacky
Gotta run back.
physics-based puzzle platformer. It does that job fine. I don't hate this game. I probably just put it in C tier because like I don't really care. You know, no disrespect towards it. And I'm sure if I actually sat down and spent more time to it, then sure. But yeah, I don't have much going on with this game. I think I would like it alongside of Minecraft, where I'm like, may not be exactly my thing right now, but you know I can respect it, and I can get some enjoyment out of it. So there, how about that? Same goes for Overwatch. I played only like a little bit of Overwatch. I think I played the Switch version of Overwatch 1, and I might have tried a little bit of Overwatch 2. Hero shooters aren't really my thing. More recently, I did try out Marvel Rivals, and yeah, you know, it's just not really my thing. I'm not into these games enough to really feel like I'm doing anything that great. I feel like there's either strategy I'm missing, or I'm just kind of
And I think the next mission is gonna be to storm opportunity to get Jack's voice line samples.
I don't really feel like I'm doing really much at all. So I need to learn these games more, but I don't really care to do that. I'm just not really a huge online multiplayer guy. So it's not that I don't have fun playing online multiplayer games. It's more so like, you know, I gotta be in the right mood for it. And every time I've tried Overwatch, I've not really been in the right mood for it. And based on the fact that Overwatch 1 got fully replaced by Overwatch 2, a free-to-play game, yeah, Overwatch sold 50 million units, and that's all it will ever sell. So at some point, it'll probably get off of this list, but for the time being, it's in C tier. And you believe Human Fall Flat sold more than Overwatch? Next up, we have The Witcher 3, which I played a good bit of, and yeah, this game is honestly pretty incredible. It is so in-depth. There is so much you can do. It is so overly detailed. Fantasy isn't usually like my immediate like genre of choice, but when it's done well, I think like it feels so immersive, and it feels so cool to be in such a well-realized world. And I think The Witcher 3 is probably one of the best like traditional open world RPGs of all time. I think my main problem of like not just playing this game as much as I really could is because like it's really hard for me to like sit down and play like a game that is literally like as big as this when I could probably play like 10 shorter games in the time it would take to play just this one. I mean, like this is like one of the like only games that you would ever need. I mean, just the fact that like you can literally like
We're gonna go inside and kill ourselves.
the games with it. I mean, like, you have like the Gwent card game, which, I mean, on its own, I mean, like, what, they spun it off into its own thing, too, so it's just like, I mean, you pretty much get 2 games.
How did I go?
And this game really builds CD
No way
Projekt
she would
Red
inside it
up
shot
as,
herself.
like, some of
That's
the
just
greatest
fucking
developers of all time,
hilarious.
to later have Cyberpunk 2077,
See, why can't the later games have decent writing?
credibility.
That would save them.
A little back over time, but, you know, still. Put this at an A, right alongside my other open world little Funyuns right there. These are all games that I think, like, you could just sit down, play through, and, like, literally get lost in. There are games that I've played more of that I have a little
Like
more,
what the
like,
fuck?
strong passion
If I were to do
that
the same
I
thing
would
now.
ask for, but, yeah, overall, like, I think that's a pretty respectable A tier. And then, oh god, we have Pokemon Generation 1. We got red, blue, yellow, green in Japan. Yeah. Let's talk about this one. Still the best-selling Pokemon games, which makes a lot of sense. I mean, like, this was the big,
Alright.
the debut, and
Now we get to do
literally
some
started,
fun
like,
stuff.
Pokemania.
That
Pokemon,
wasn't fun. That shit was cool. So,
popularity over the years.
doing
I
the
feel
show
like
with
it
Brick
definitely
was
kinda,
fun.
like, dipped a little bit, like, throughout the 2000s and the early 2010s, just because, you know, like,
To be honest,
I think over time people are like, oh, like, yeah, you know, like, I'm just not as into this anymore. And then I think, you know, like, starting around 2016 with Pokemon Go, you start to see it kind of, like, go
I got
up,
no idea how to get past the door that
more,
are only
where,
open
like,
for
now
two.
everybody,
Sorry
like,
to
talks
interrupt,
about
but we
Pokemon,
have little
plays
time.
Pokemon, all of
Get
that.
to the city of
Except for
opportunity.
me.
To breach
Yeah,
the
I
final
never
door to my
got into
chambers,
Pokemon.
you'll
It
need
has
to
never
be
really
Jack.
been my
That
thing.
means passing a
I have
bioscan and
tried,
speaking a password
and
in his
tried and
voice.
tried and
If
tried
you can kill one of
to get
Jack's
into
body
Pokemon
doubles in
because
opportunity,
I do
I can
think,
get you
like,
through
yeah,
that door.
I probably would enjoy
as I
this
hate
to an
telling you to
extent.
listen,
I do like a lot of
the best
elements of
you
Pokemon,
got.
but when I actually sit down
already
and try
know
to
not
play
to
the
trust
games,
anybody.
I don't really like them. I mean, not only am I not really into
Percy
turn-based
said, "Be
RPGs,
careful."
especially this old one, you know, like, it's a little rough to go back to. It's classic for sure. Like, the last time I tried it out was, like, probably like 2-3 years ago, and I respected the hell out of it. I'm like, yeah, like, this is an incredible Game Boy game. Like, this is such a big
Hey, I got a job for you.
for,
Jack's broadcasting
you know,
a
such
24-hour
Oh,
stream
no.
of propaganda to
like,
every
little
family in the
handheld.
6 galaxies.
With that being said, like, it's just like, bro, like, you know, like, I'm not really gonna. I think
That's
it's
fine.
kind of hard for somebody like me to
Let's
play
do it.
Generation 1 Pokemon and to really get anything out of it other than, like, respect and just like, oh, that's cool that, you know, like, it's, you know, like, this is an old game and, like, they did all this back then. That's really cool. But yeah, I'm gonna be putting this in C tier because I think I would get enjoyment out of it. I did get enjoyment out of it when I tried it a couple years ago, but, you know, it did get to a point where it's like, alright, like, that's cute. I'm good, though. And we got Animal Crossing New Horizons, which is pretty wild that this game became one of the best-selling games of all time. Like, one of the best-selling Nintendo Switch games. You know, like, it outsold, like, you know, Pokemon games, Zelda, Mario, all of this stuff. And even then, you know, like, the one game that outsold it being Mario Kart 8, you know, it's like, it's a re-release, so, like, when it comes to original Nintendo Switch exclusive games, this is the best-selling one. I think it's so cool to see Animal Crossing kind of reach these heights, especially with a game that so many people absolutely fucking hate. Okay, I think the hate against Animal Crossing New Horizons is pretty damn unjustified. Do you agree? I mean, like, it's unjustified, but it's also
I think the
justified.
Bane
Like,
is in
I
Lynchwood.
completely
If
understand,
I'm
and I
not
do,
wrong.
like, agree with the frustration.
Maybe that's what this does.
I use PayPal to buy this ticket. I'm paying it off over time. No fees, no interest.
You know what else has no interest? Me.
You can pay your own way.
Excuse me, sir. The captain needs you back.
Oh my god, not ads.
I knew I hadn't heard the last of that gun.
Bro, I think it's a little ridiculous that so many people
I bought it off a guy a few
Animal
months
Crossing
ago.
Horizons really
Great
dropped
gun.
the ball, and you know, like, God, like,
sold it
this
to a
game
bandit
is
named
just
Horace.
trash. I hate this game, and you've already spent like 100+ hours in it. You know, I
Let's
think,
do
like,
it.
all right, you got your fill out of this game, and now it's not really giving much more to you after it gave you literally like months of your time. You know, I'm like kind of like, all right, like, let's let's stop saying this game is like bad. I think that's where I'm coming from. We can have complaints about it by like totally. I think a lot of these complaints are completely justified. But you know, claiming that this game is like, oh my god, it is bad. I'm like, no, like it is a good Animal Crossing. I think it did a good job. But when it came to like being what I think we all wanted it to be, which was fairly
I'm gonna go
reasonable
get
to
some
expect.
water.
I mean, like this game is literally like Nintendo Sims, and the Sims 4 gets updated constantly with constant expansions, and they update it, blah blah blah, all this stuff. And Animal Crossing got like a bunch of like dumb updates that you know were old features from like Animal Crossing New Leaf and other games, and then they did like one big paid update. And that was it. And I think everybody looks at that and they're like, what the hell, man? Especially like, you know, that team just went on to develop Splatoon 3, which is a good game, but it's also like, did we really need a Splatoon 3? We got 2 Splatoons within the time period between Animal Crossing New Leaf and New Horizons. And then, like, directly after New Horizons, we got a Splatoon 3. Where it feels like Animal Crossing makes a lot of sense for them to focus on. Maybe not entirely, but at least, like, more than what they've done. But yeah, we also have to note that, like, New Horizons definitely did as well as it did because, you know, it was when it released. It released during a time where everybody literally needed Animal Crossing to just keep their mind off of things and just do something. And yeah, I definitely got a ton of playtime out of Animal Crossing New Horizons. Like it's definitely probably like one of my favorite Switch games just based on how much I played it. But that being
Alright,
said,
we're back
I think
in.
I put it in B tier primarily because
Let's go see what's up.
I never want to play this game again. It is so hard to play Animal
I think
Crossing
I remember this one. Thing's not like a good weapon. Like I
you want to be able to talk to
don't
other
really
people
care. I
about,
just want to do
yeah,
all
I
the
got this.
quests.
Oh, yeah, I got this. Oh, this is what I'm doing
Screw.
with my island. If you don't have that, I think it's really hard to really commit yourself to Animal Crossing, which I feel like is the primary reason why this game did so damn well when it released, because everybody was playing it. And if you weren't playing it, you were like, so you try it out, and then you talk to everybody else about it, and you know, it creates this word of mouth, you know. I think that's why
Oh
Animal
no,
Crossing
he's back
Horizons
up
did
there.
so well. That being said, they did drop.
That's
I know I'm kind of going back and forth on what I'm saying. I don't remember. Man, it's hard for me to pay attention. My final statement is Animal Crossing New Horizons is a good game. I really enjoy my time with it. Never want to play it again. And Nintendo definitely did drop the ball when it came to
Okay, we
keeping
gotta
it
run it.
alive. Which, I mean, they created a full game. You know, they did that, but it just kind of felt like there should be more to this, and that shouldn't be that hard for Nintendo to do. Apparently it was. That being said, B is fair. Alright, Wii Fit / Wii Fit Plus. These are both included
Oh,
in
after the next
entry
ranking, I
here.
gotta see if I agree.
Which, you know, we
I
might
think,
as well talk about
I don't know.
one game
From what I
here
saw in there,
that's included in the list.
no, I
This
don't think
list
I
has
agree
been
entirely.
updated since I talked about it in my best-selling
But I can
game,
respect his opinions so far.
because Tetris was always considered like the best-selling game of all time, and I thought that was total bullshit. Because like, what the hell?
Yo, what?
Tetris is not a game. It is a franchise of games. I never understood like why they
Okay, that's fair.
did that. Other than the fact that Tetris is Tetris, you know. But it's like, you know, no, like these Tetris games are different.
Yeah, they're all different games.
Bring all these other puzzle games, all these other games in general that have the same core gameplay as different games. So why not Tetris? Like, I feel like, you know,
That's
each
true.
Tetris game is just as different as like each Madden game is as different. That might have been a really stupid statement, so I'm sorry. But yeah, I mean, like, you know, the core gameplay is still the same, but they tweak certain things. Why was Tetris always considered like, oh man, all these Tetris games, it's Tetris, so it's the best-selling game of all time? Yeah, I just always thought that was really weird. And they got rid of that. They got rid of it in the best-selling games list, which is pretty wild. Wii Fit and Wii Fit Plus are considered the same here, which I think is fair. Wii Fit Plus is literally just Wii Fit with more stuff in it. Like, it's not a sequel, like it's just Wii Fit with some enhancements. So yeah, sure. I mean, I have great memories of Wii Fit, but those memories primarily have to do with like the soccer ball mini game in that game, and like a couple of the balance games. Running in that game I thought was always kind of cool because it worked fairly well because you put your Wii remote in your pocket and it would do the job. That being said, I don't really think Wii Fit was ever like the greatest fitness tool. It's something where like a lot of the games you would play, the gameplay portion of Wii Fit wasn't really a fitness-based one. They were kind of more so like tech demos to use the balance board with. I think Wii Fit did a better job of like promoting like just general like wellness, but that's about it. You know, I think Ring Fit Adventure on the Nintendo Switch does a much better job kind of mixing a video game with a fitness experience. Wii Fit is a solid game, but like I don't really want to play it anymore. I don't want to set up that stinking balance board. I don't really have much I desperately want to play with it. I might put it in C. I like Wii Fit, but again, like I just, you know, I don't really want to play it anymore. If I want to spend some time trying to play a game that's all about fitness, I would much rather try Ring Fit Adventure because I think that does a much better job at doing what I would want to try to do. Next up, Call of Duty Black Ops 3.
Yeah, this is the one that makes you go eventually.
Very interesting that supposedly this is the best-selling Call of Duty game. I was not expecting
This
that,
is one of
but,
my favorite
Black
areas.
Ops has always seemed to be a very popular brand for the series. I didn't know that Black Ops 3 was apparently the best-selling one. I bought Black Ops 3 on a whim because, you know, out of all the Call of Duty games that I've played, I definitely have the most experience with the Black Ops titles. I played Black Ops 1 on the Wii, and then Black Ops 2 was probably the one that I played the most on 360. I might have played Modern Warfare 3 a bit more, but Black Ops 2 I definitely played a lot. I mean, like, we can rank Black Ops 2 right alongside it because Black Ops 2 appears on this list as well. I definitely have a lot of memories with Black Ops 2. I remember this was kind of when I wanted to turn my bedroom into like my own little personal game room. So I bought an inflatable sofa off of Amazon, and I also got Black Ops 2 in the same package. Like I bought them both at the same time. So I have a lot of memories of playing Black Ops 2 with an inflatable sofa from Amazon. I felt so cool. That inflatable sofa definitely did its job, but it did deflate a fair amount. And eventually, my parents got me an actual futon, you know, a cheaper futon from like Walmart or something, as like a birthday gift, which was definitely better. It got a lot of crumbs in it, but overall, like yeah, the inflatable sofa lifestyle is definitely manageable, and I definitely really only want to play Black Ops 2 while sitting on it at this point. It doesn't pair well with the game, I would say. Overall, I would say Black Ops 2 was a very, very fun Call of Duty game from my limited history with Call of Duty games. I did play it on Wii U a bit too. You know, I remember during like some sleepovers during high school when you know, I had people over and I owned a Wii U at the time. I showed them Black Ops 2 on it, and it was pretty cool, especially, you know, playing on the gamepad, and you could play you know, two-player local multiplayer, even online. So you could have two players playing, you know, one on the gamepad and one on the TV, while playing in an online room, which is pretty cool. So honestly, I'm gonna put Black Ops 2 at A tier because I have some fun memories of it. Black Ops 3, I bought on a whim. I left school one day. I had a amended day at school where I would leave at like 11 a.m. or 12 because I had a job that I would go to, and I was a part of DECA, a marketing organization. Some kids really call it like but if I had a job, but it was something where you know, I had the ability to leave school early because I had credit hours from just working.
Alright guys, we're hitting the hour mark. I'm probably gonna take a short break and then tap back in. But yeah, I think we're cooking now. So that shit was dope. And until next time.